Father's wife then had a son which kept him on the run, and so became my grandchild, for he was my daughter's son. My wife is now my father's mother, and it makes me blue, for though she is my wife, she is my grandmother too. Now if she is my grandmother, then I am her grandchild. Every time I think of it, it nearly drives me wild, for now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband to my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but really it's so. I'm my own grandpa.
And I think more important than trying to be the best, because I don't know what that means, I think more important is getting to a point where who you are comes through in the way you play.
Well, there's a seamy side to Tunny Fought when it comes to the subject of romance. One lady thought I had a thing for potted ferns when I asked her if she liked the D's plants. But don't send me no sympathy, cause I don't cry, I just did fucking Tunny and I don't ask why. You can have your seditious and substance abuse. When I fought Tunny, I don't need no excuse. Just a vibrant vocabulary brick of the train keeps me fucking on the Tunny side of saying and stain. I don't droke, I don't smink, I don't drew dugs, I don't kick no faint on my nose. I don't bang out in cars, I don't face rest of cars, don't lie on tradies' clothes. But if there's one vice I must confess to, honey, I get a lazy griddle thrill out of fucking Tunny. If there's one vice I must confess to, honey, I get a lazy griddle thrill out of fucking Tunny.
So I use the same chords that most people use. I've got 10 fingers like most human beings. I'm hesitant to say that I've developed some revolutionary style. I've just developed, hopefully, something that's my style. And it comes through whether I'm playing a really traditional thing like Freight Train. Or if I'm doing something more in a slightly jazzier vein, like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Or if I'm doing an original thing. Just the act of sharing music, for me, it's a kind of a spiritual act. One of my favorite hobbies is cooking. I love to cook, and I love to always have friends over, and I'm always like trying to cook food for them. And I think it comes out of the same thing. It's like I like to share food, I like to share music, and it has the same, I think, sort of spiritual impulse underneath or something.
I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me too. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He told me, walla walla bing bang, ting tang walla walla bing bang.
music is the world, and you look the world over, and music, it comes in so many varieties. It affects people in so many different ways. For me, music probably becomes my religion this way, because it just, it permeates existence as far as I'm concerned. This wasn't my first solo gig, but when I was in graduate school and I was, again, sort of supplementing my income by playing clubs and restaurants and things. And there was this one restaurant in Dayton. It's kind of a sandwich shop, actually, and I'd play there once in a while. And I remember one time I was playing there, and this guy came in, and, you know, they had where you could sit down and eat, but they also, you know, they had takeout and what have you. And this guy came in, and apparently he'd ordered some takeout, but he started listening to me play, and he sat down. And he just sat down and listened to me for about 2 or 3 songs. And I got done after about 3 songs. I was close to a break anyway, so I finished up my set and took a break, and this guy came up. He dropped a $10 bill in my tip jar. And he looked me in the eye, real steady and intense, and he says, "You were playing songs I knew, and it just brought me back home, and you made my day, and I really need to thank you." Every once in a while you have a moment like that, and that just kind of like puts it right there as to, you know, why I do this.
I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow, leaping, jumping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. You
know, to me, doing anything else would be really hard. This is just the easiest thing in the world for me to do because it's just what I love doing. But there's an old saying, find something you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life. And it's kind of like that. It's, if you really love it, you don't really notice how much time you're spending on it. So, no regrets.